We made it! It's day 365 of Operation Television's Curtis Andersen. Woo! On November 2nd, 2015, I made the deliberate decision that I was going to be on-camera talent again and stop farting around. And so for the last year, I have been making my efforts toward that goal. Now, have I succeeded in the mission, which is being on television? I have not yet, but I have made some very significant strides. Now, I'm going to ignore a couple of the things that have happened that have been really great this year, which include all of my stage work, teaching, and all of the extra side things that I do. This whole operation and everything related to it is only about getting me back into television, film, and commercials so that I'm regularly seen on TV again. And so we're gonna focus on that and how we're doing on that particular goal. So when this all started, it had been over a decade since my last appearance on television, which was on Veronica Mars back in 2006, where I was in my underwear jumping to Jump Around by House of Pain. And while I never really left the industry, I started producing instead. It was never as fulfilling and was always so much more stressful than doing the job that I actually like, which is performing and entertaining and acting and actually being on camera instead of behind the camera. Now, when I started this project, I was nearly starting over. There was a blog post that I wrote a while ago called Am I a Startup? And in it, I talked about the 4 different careers that I had had growing up in this industry, and at the time I thought I was going to start my 5th career doing public speaking and education. But that was never really my passion, and my drive for it vanished pretty quickly. This is the real 5th career, starting again as a late 30s adult getting back into the industry. While I never really stopped acting, the acting I was doing was in plays, which were very satisfying, and in the projects and short films that my friends were doing, which were great to be a part of. After a year's worth of effort, things have gotten much better. We're in a much better place. First things first, I will acknowledge the mission is not accomplished. The key point of this whole Operation Television's Curtis Andersen thing was to be back on television. And that goal has not yet been met. So that's kind of like this cloud that's hanging over me. Now, I'm not upset about it. It was a lofty goal to have for the first year. It would have been great if it would have happened, but I can't feel bad about it because I've made great strides toward the overall goal. First of all, I have a great theatrical agent at Mogan Entertainment. Thank you very much, Dempsey. I will always remember our times in the back of the Destiny's Child limo.
Hop on in, guys.
File this under never.
We've been working together for about 3.5, nearly 4 months, and I couldn't be happier with the auditions that I'm getting and with the rooms that I'm getting into. I can't even tell you about them because I have to sign NDAs for a lot of the stuff that I'm auditioning for. And this is important. I don't think that I'm special because I have to sign NDAs and because I'm going out for this cool stuff. What's really neat about this is that I'm doing the auditions that a working actor should be doing. And so it's not so much that I'm special, I'm regular, but I'm a regular working actor kind of guy, and that's what's really exciting for me. I'm proud to say that I'm still represented by Bobby Ball for commercials and voiceover. They've been wonderfully loyal through all these years, even in the years that were really lean, and they've always been really good at getting me out. And the great thing is, the audition levels now are what they were for me back before I started my stint as a producer. And that feels really, really, really satisfying. You don't get to control, as an actor, whether or not you work for somebody. You just get to go into the room, do your best performance, and as I like to tell my class, try to take away any of the no's that are under your control. So if they do decide to go with somebody else, you can at least be confident that it was for some kind of creative reason, ideally, or something else that wasn't your fault directly. Now, it's not that this year had no accomplishments. Actually, there's been a lot going on. And because I've defined my mission parameters so tightly, technically, I could say that I am back on screens already. I did a great short this year called I Hate Mondays with the Fun Size Horror Peeps.
Did the old ball and chain make you sleep on the couch again?
And Renee and I did a feature film this year in Oregon called East of Jesus that will be out later in 2017. I don't have any clips for that yet because it's still being edited. And here's the weird thing that happened strangely quickly when this project started, and I haven't really talked about it because I feel like it's kind of pretentious and Hollywoody. But if we're looking back on the year of how this project has gone and things that can be identified as an accomplishment, it is actually kind of important to point out that I'm getting invited to celebrity events again. And I think part of that can be chalked up to the fact that the 90s are starting to come back, and that was my time. That was my time. And also the fact that I'm just getting around and people are starting to see me again, and this face is not a stranger anymore in town. And that feels really good. So tomorrow starts year 2. So what are the aspirations for year 2? Well, I gotta complete the mission. This year is when it's no longer a rebuilding year. All the pieces are in place. Now I gotta book and I gotta get myself on a TV show. Now I want to start thinking bigger career-wise, like what I want to do and where I want this career to go. And I really want to be on a genre show. I'm a guy who just really likes these shows. I'm a huge Supernatural fan. While I can't say that I'm a diehard Trekkie, I am a Trekkie. I'm a Doctor Who guy. I'm a Game of Thrones guy. I'm a Westworld guy now. Oh God, the CW superhero shows. I love The Flash. Like, all of these shows are things that I enjoy watching, and it's also stuff that I would love to be on. I appreciate the fandoms, I appreciate the mythologies, I just feel like that'd be a great way to go to work. So now we go down the path of year 2. We're getting close to the holidays. That's usually when I have more time, which means I'm probably going to be making more videos. About what? I don't know yet. Hopefully, about the next TV show I'm on.